Hello everyone, Davening with Parshat Naso, dedicated to the memory of Lucy, Maya, and Rina D. Kulam Zichronam Livracha. I know that Parshat Naso is not the Parsha of the week in Israel, but as I am in Chutz La'aretz and I'm recording this when it's already Shabbos in Israel, I thought that I'll speak about Parshat Naso and Bezrat Hashem record another one about Baha'alotcha that unfortunately I will miss. In Parshat Naso, amongst the many mitzvot, we have the mitzvah of Birkat Kohanim, known as Davening, which the Medrash says is not just the words of Birkas Kohanim, but rather God promises us endless things, richness in physical possessions, richness in spiritual possessions, and so many things that the Medrash asks, what's chut? What was the reason that the Jewish people were zoche, were privileged to Birkas Kohanim, to all these beautiful blessings that come out of it? And indeed, in Chutz La'aretz, I'm sure you know, Birkas Kohanim is rare, only 13 times a year. And when it's done with a great ceremony, and it's a beautiful time in Shul. I would even say an exotic and sanctified time, simply because it's only 13 times a year. Why is it that we were zochet to those brachos? And the Medrash gives various different things as suggestions, and I'd like to focus on one. And that is the part that says, B'schut Yitzchak, that went up to the Akedah with his father Avraham. I would like to suggest that the Medrash is not just saying that Yitzchak agreed to go up to the Akedah holding the hand of his father, but rather the very fact that there was a relationship between father and son, between the very, very older generation to the huge age gap to Yitzchak. That was the reason why the Jewish people were zoche to Birkat Kohanim. If there is a connection between the old and the new, between the young and the senior, then we have a future. But if the senior have nothing to do with the younger generation, all they do is complain about everything they do. They complain about their cell phones, they complain about the fact that they're connected to social media, and the younger generation feels that the older generation is detached from the world in which they function, then we do not have a future. But if we believe, as older people in the younger generation believes that the older generation has what to contribute and what to ultimately teach them, then we have a future. And that's probably why in Hallel, around the world, one of the songs that every single shul sings is the words to the paragraph of Yevarech et Beit Yisrael, where it says explicitly, Yevarech Yirei Hashem, bless those that have awe of God, Haktanim im Hagdolim, the young with the old. Wishing everyone a good Shabbos.